Hello everyone, welcome back on my channel Lesson Plan Corner. Today in this video we will see what is anecdotal records. Okay, so anecdotal records. So in this video we are going to cover introduction, definition, characteristics, types, advantages, disadvantages and sample of anecdotal records. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, all you have to do is you have to just subscribe my channel. If you need more BA related video, then please do subscribe my channel. You can see this is my notes on anecdotal records. If you are doing BA, this notes would be really helpful for you all. Okay, so today in this video we are just going to cover all these things. You can see this, and last one is anecdotal record, how to make an anecdotal record sample. You can see this. Now let's see what is anecdotal records. So this is introduction. So anecdotal record is actually derived from the word anecdotes. Okay, and what anecdote means, brief events and episodes. So we can say that if a teacher is teaching to students, she has to make a record of a student who has little means if a teacher is doing a kind of analysis on any student which she find is a little bit kind of different from other student, from rest of the student, what teacher do is teacher try to make record of him. So she basically observed him or her. Okay, she observed the student, and after that she tried to record all those things, all the incident in a book or in a record. So that way teacher try to make a record of a particular student, and teacher try to describe all the incident that had happened. Okay, now here you can see definitions. So definition, you can see according to A.J. Jones, what A.J. Jones says is anecdotal record may be defined as on the spot description of some incident. Suppose if teacher has seen one student is behaving weirdly, maybe in classroom, in playground, or wherever. So she try to first observe the behavior of that student. Okay, after that what she do is she try to make some she try to analyze him or her. After that she makes a record that is called as anecdotal record. She try to make that record is known as anecdotal record. Okay, according to Froelich and Hoyt, an anecdotal record consists of an objective description of people behavior in a particular environment setting, an interpretation of the behavior by the observer. So what Froelich and Hoyt says is anecdotal record basically is a description. Teacher has to describe all the behavior of the particular student and all the incident that made her to analyze, that made the teacher to analyze that student. So she has to describe all those things, all those incidents on the anecdotal record. Okay, here you can see according to R. Lewis, an anecdotal record is a report of a significant episode in the life of a student. So basically it is a kind of a report that teacher make on any incident that has happened in the life of the student. According to Ruto, an anecdotal record is a report of significant episode in life of students. So same definition is this also. Okay. Here you can see characteristics. What are all characteristics of anecdotal record? It has proper record of date, place, and situation. So what teacher try to do is, if teacher is trying to observe any student, she also has to mention the date, that this incident happened at this date. So she has the record of that incident with all the date and place and everything, situation also. Okay, so it also describe the action, that what student was doing at that time. Okay, so teacher has to describe all those things. It is descriptive of incident or events that are important to the person. So it is a kind of description on a particular incident that has happened. Okay, it gives an accurate description of events and a factual report with enough detail. So basically it is a description that has all the description in it and all the details of that student. Okay, now after this we will see how many types of anecdotal records are there. There are basically 4 types. You can see first type, second type, third type, fourth type. Okay, what is first type? What is first type? So first type record means this type of record contains description of people behavior, that what student has done there, what was his actions, what was his or her means act during that time. Okay, so second type is basically it is actually it includes description as well as teacher also teacher also try to make some comment or interpretation of that, means tippani, we can say that teacher also give her own comment on that. Okay, third type behavior is basically third type is basically anecdotal record. In this type of record, what is this? Okay, this type of anecdotal record takes into account of the record of people's behavior comments by the observer. So this type of record has also contained treatment of the student. Teacher also gives some suggestion that what should be done in this case, or what should be done in means what should be done for that particular student. Fourth type, you can see. So this type of anecdotal record basically has some description of people behavior as well as some suggestion for future treatment of the students. So in the third, what was there? There was suggestion by the teacher, but here is a kind of treatment also that has been suggested by the teacher. Advantage, you can see. So it is useful for learning and planning. Okay, so learning and planning becomes very easy if teacher understand about the problem of the student. It helps teacher to have a better understanding of each child's behavior. So teacher also comes to know why student is behaving like this, because if teacher is trying to observe the student, she will also come to know that what was the reason behind that, and she will try to do something for that, something for that problem. It helps teacher to make plan and strategies to use in classroom. So that way, if suppose if a student is there who actually is like different from other, and teacher is trying to observe her, so that way she also trying to means come up with some solution also. Okay, so she try to do something in this direction to improve the health of that student. So that way it becomes easy for teacher to also make a plan that she can use in classroom also. Okay, and this type of means to make any type of anecdotal record, teacher does not need any type of special training. It is easy to make. Okay, and it helps in improving the means basically this actually help in improving the relationship between student and teacher. And that way, this way teacher also understand the psychology of children and try to help him or her. And it helps in diagnosing the problem of students. So this way teacher also come up with some solution of the particular problem. It provides an explanation of actual behavior in natural situations. So basically it's a kind of a brief description of the student. So it anecdotal record basically tell us how means that has explanation of the behavior of what that child means basically it is a description of that particular child. Okay, here you can see disadvantages. So okay, so disadvantages you can see here. So it has some limitation. What is limitation? Because it actually depends on teacher's memory. If teacher remembers, she can write. If If teacher don't, then maybe she will miss that out, because basically who is observing? Teacher is observing. So everything is depend on teacher only. Okay. So student, it can be discouraging for student whom teacher is trying to observe. Means teacher is trying to observe a particular student. So if that could also be a kind of discouraging situation for that student. It is time consuming also, because teacher has a lot of work to do in school. So managing this thing also would be a kind of workload for teacher. Workload on teacher. So obviously teacher has to, teacher has a lot of thing that she needs to do in the school. So apart from that, if she is also trying to observe a particular student and trying to make a record on that student, so it become a kind of hectic, a job for student, for teacher. Not possible in every situation. So observing and analyzing cannot be done on every situation. Okay, it is complex task. It is not an easy task to do. Okay, here you can see this anecdotal record. You can see this. Okay, and okay, here you can see anecdotal record, date, time, place. Situation is prayer. Behavior, you can see one of the student behavior was weird. He was not attentive while prayer was going on. He was disturbing other boys also. He was abusing one student constantly. He was so arrogant and rude that other student also get annoyed with his behavior. He was constantly trying to disturb others. He starts beating one student also. So this way we have to describe about that particular boy, his behavior and his action we have to describe. Here other reactions. So angry, he was angry and he was like, he was behaving weirdly and he was trying to bite other. Okay, his eyes were red. So like this we have to describe his actions that he was doing the time we were observing him or her. Okay, so what type of suggestion will we give to the students? Here you can see we have to write it according to the situation, according to the problem of that children. Counseling should be done. He should be taught to behave mannerly with other students. Teacher must focus on him and should try to analyze problems. Teacher should try to make comfortable environment for him or her. In order to boost up confidence of student, teacher should try to focus on positive points. Okay, like this, what we have to do is we have to make our anecdotal record for B.Ed. Okay, if you like this video, then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, we will meet in next video, but please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay, we'll meet in next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.